questions about the intent?
So over these last 2 weeks, it's been an amazing experience. I've been joined by several other Watershed Center staff, including our top training specialist who direct our fire management program. And we have come to Sonoma County to provide these Corps members with a few trainings, specifically the basic Wildfire 32 and also S212, which is a chainsaw course specific to either wildland fire fighting or prescribed fire. So on paper, that was our objective. We wanted to offer this course to these individuals to build CCMB's workforce capacity, but also thinking about where are these individuals going to go after the class.
They're here to learn skills and get placed into gainful employment, and we're restructuring or rethinking the basic 32 around this idea of how does taking this training give you concepts and skills that you can take away to get a job really in any field, but especially in the fire resiliency field.
We do a lot of great work with fire fuels reduction, trail maintenance, trail building, invasive species removal, also the workforce development. And we provide them with training. We provide them with this job training program that they're able to work with supervisors and our coordinator and learn about how to do these natural resource projects.
Like some of our groups are going out and doing fire fuel maintenance and mitigation. One group just finished doing some trail maintenance at Kiwanis Springs. Other crews will do like native plants restoration or invasive species removal. It kind of depends on the time of the year.
This really helped me understand that we already do certain tools and regulations within fire field work. So it really opened my eyes to the opportunities that our Corps members get to receive.
Really what we've been trying to do is instill confidence and leadership skills and expand these individuals' networks so that they can imagine themselves in this workforce long term. It's important to really emphasize that CCMB is already in the local wildfire workforce.
My name is Erin Banwell, and I'm the co-director of fire management at the Watershed Research and Training Center. And a majority of my job is traveling the state, coaching and mentoring community-based prescribed fire groups. Not everybody even knew what prescribed fire was before coming to these trainings. So when we train across the state, we're typically training people that are super interested in prescribed fire, might even already have prescribed fire experience and know that they either want to do that as a hobby or a career. And it was amazing with this group of folks coming together. You know, some had backgrounds in fuels management and some knowledge of prescribed fire, wildfire, but for the most part, we were really starting with a group of folks that might not have known all the ins and outs of the career field and potential opportunities.
It's not just about cutting down trees and stuffing them into chippers. It's about learning some real concepts of learning leadership skills and learning self-confidence that will allow them to not only have success in getting their foot in the door in an entry-level job, but then move in, hopefully in the future, move into spaces in planning and in leadership and in strategizing so that their voices are now represented to the rest of us working in the fire resiliency space already.
Chuck gave an amazing talk on workforce development for the participants of this training that really gave a diverse option of career paths in the field. And I think that each person actually saw themselves working in this field in a different way. So some folks might go right into prescribed fire implementation, and other folks might be public information officers and everything in between.
But I think something that the audience really got out of that was like, wow, like this person's like leveling with us. And we're probably not really used to people like leveling up with us and, you know, showing some vulnerability and sharing some history that may be imperfect. And for those people in the audience who may also have imperfect histories, to see somebody who's making a living in this space, who's got a little bit of history, made it more real for them that, hey, this is something that I can do too.
Like when I think of firefighter, I think of like people who have money and then can have like guidance like from other family members who have been in the fire service. And I didn't have that. Like I've been homeless and all that jazz. But being here, it definitely showed me like it's not what I'm thinking, and it built my confidence up to actually think about a career in fire.
Unfortunately, no matter how many barriers we remove, the systematic oppression and continued barriers in these minority or underrepresented groups just continues to happen. And so there needs to be systematic change for these barriers to not continue to affect these groups more than others.
To me, one thing that sets local conservation corps apart is that they also have a mission focused on ending the cycle of poverty with specific individuals who, you know, with Conservation Corps North Bay, all of their corps members live beneath the federal poverty line, not to mention the Marin County or the Sonoma County indicators for poverty. Most of their corps members live actually 200% beneath the federal poverty line. Folks who maybe grew up in a household where one parent didn't have a high school diploma. They're folks that have experienced and are continuing to experience a large number of socioeconomic barriers, and they're also just incredibly hardworking.
I think this is a critical investment to just continue to diversify the workforce of prescribed fire, fuels management, and wildfire. Just the different unique aspects and knowledge we get from diversity is so important.
We need to do more than just train the homogenous workforce on how to be inclusive. We need to create a pathway for the underrepresented individuals to actually enter into the workforce, and then they're ideally welcomed by inclusive leaders who've taken all these DEI trainings. And so this is about that pathway and giving these individuals tracks to run on if they so choose to enter into the fire workforce more permanently.
The group here is really different than most of the groups I've run into in my work in the, you know, kind of the wildfire space. If I could relate it, it's like the kind of group that I would see at like a wedding or like a family reunion than like the groups of people I'm used to seeing, say at like a symposium or other sort of like collaborative meeting or something like that.
When you look at the zip code or the county or even the block level, you miss a lot of really important nuance. I think as people are interested in diversifying the workforce and thinking about equity, we've really got to find partners like CCNB who look at the granular individual level to make sure that we're providing resources to the individual people who most need it.
getting the hands-on of like rolling out the water hose and getting the pump going and communication skills going up and down the fire line. It was just a great experience, hands-on. Maybe even open my mind into more different job opportunities.
These 2 weeks I've been, doing the training basic 32, as well as just getting a bunch of information for me to be able to move on in my job career. My career goals are, try to be CAL FIRE or city firefighting, either or structural firefighter, wildland. The biggest takeaway would be just getting to meet everyone that came out and helped us, as well as letting us do hands-on. Getting to meet everyone, getting their information is just great because it could, potentially help me out, open more paths in the future.
I just enjoyed everything you guys done for us, because I know other companies don't really have the same confidence for us, since they just judge, but I appreciate everything you guys done for us.
I can see how this training has helped them connect the importance of what they are doing, and it's so much more than just manual labor. So I think that's been really exciting for me to watch that transformation.
As a supervisor, I think that what Corps members mostly received was just a better understanding of just how this field can really help them in the long run.
They really enjoy seeing full picture of why we're doing this, how people got here, what they can do next. And so we are so thankful that this opportunity is happening. And it really opens our Corps members' eyes about no matter how many barriers they have, they're still able to do this. And now that they have this training, they're one step closer to doing exactly what they need to do. The Basic 32 allowed most of our Corps members to get those certifications. And now this S212 is allowing 12 of our Corps members to go really dive into it. And so I'm really happy that this is happening, and we've gotten nothing but great feedback from our Corps.
I'd just like to thank the Watershed Center for putting this all together. I think it's been great for everybody who's been here. I think this is a lot of value added to the crew members that we have here, and it really broadens their perspectives in terms of what they're going to be able to do with their future, or what they're even considering doing in their future.
Definitely my gratitude to our amazing funders at the Department of Conservation and the California Natural Resources Agency. This entire training was supported through the Regional Forest and Fire Capacity Program. And I just am so thankful that they were open to this kind of investment, and that they believe in and are investing in workforce development and investing in trainings and giving us the space and flexibility to really focus on equitable workforce development. We really appreciate the opportunity also to connect with CCNB, and really want to thank them and all of the trainers. So it's been a fantastic opportunity, and big thanks to all.